Look at that. Someone used it without a bag. Wow, crazy. And yeah, it turns out the hood comes off just like an Elite or a Bravo. You just pry the thing off and just hope and pray the thing's not so brittle that it snaps. Which in this case it wasn't, but look at all that crap in there. It's ridiculous. So now we're going to make an effort to clean and dust everything off enough before we wash it, so we're not overloading the drain with various crap. So yeah, let's go ahead and take the Mighty Mite and clean up some of this garbage. Ugh, gross. Paper. Alright. Now here's the mother load. so gross. Ah, God. Crazy. Well, time to toss this in the bath. Ugh. Alright, so we're washing a lot of the other parts. So now we just gotta take this apart to get to the motor. This feels very Elite-esque. So it looks like we've got Phillips head screw there with a mounting bracket, which looks very similar to an Elite. And we've got 2 screws on this side. So we've got a screw back here. Get that out. So clearly no one's taken this apart before, but thankfully this has not been exposed to any liquids. So for the first time in a while, I've actually got a vacuum that, yes, while it's old, the screws aren't so rusted that I can't refurbish it, which is nice. Can't find my ratchet screwdriver, so I'm using this crappy little one. Hopefully I didn't strip any of the screw. But so now this bracket should come off. Okay, so apparently it's 3 screws because it's attached to the tool bracket back here. So we'll remove that screw and then we'll be good. One thing I love about Bissell's, and so far this appears to be holding true with this one, all the screws are the same size. So got that bracket off. And then this bracket is partially off. Gotta figure out how to get the last of it off. There's probably something else holding in this motor. There's a screw underneath that I'm missing. Trying to see if there's another screw I'm missing, or is this just designed that way? Not really sure how this comes off, but almost got the motor out, or the motor assembly out. Still trying to figure out where this is anchored, so I don't want to break it. Does this just lift out, or what am I missing here? I'm missing something, clearly. I'm getting dirt on myself in the process. Is there another screw or something? I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Maybe I'm sure someone who's worked on one of these before is probably screaming at the screen right now, telling me what I'm doing wrong. And I'm sure there's something I'm missing. Is there a screw somewhere that I'm not seeing? What am I missing here? Oh, there it is. Okay, so this bracket like slides into place, and that's how it stays on. Kind of a clever design, honestly. If that's not just ripped straight from an Elite, which the rest of this appears to be. So now I can wash the whole base assembly. I don't think I have to remove any of this, any of these pieces. Probably okay to stay in as long as I'm careful. I'd like to remove the wheels, but I'm not really sure how exactly to do that. I don't, and this setup appears quite convoluted, and I don't want to ruin it. Yeah, that's enough fiddling for me. So now we're gonna wash the base. There's a lot of dust and dirt is falling out of that. And then finally, we've got the motor assembly, which, of course, being a direct air machine is filthy. So, where's that screwdriver I just had? Okay, it's right here. So we'll take the fan cover off. So we can inspect that. Ow, that is very sharp. And then this screw is rusted. So this one was likely a bit too moisturized. Where did those three screws go? Okay. Put those in a candle because I didn't exactly go looking for my magnetic screw tray. Okay. Oh, probably gotta pull this off first, don't I? Oh, no I don't. It's actually part of it. So there's the fan chamber. There's our impeller, which doesn't look too bad. I don't think some of the blades are chipped, actually, or is that just how they are? Okay. Might just be how they are. I'm sure I could. Can you still get fans for these? I don't think so. Does this part remove it all? I don't know. Trying to see if there's a way to disassemble this any further. I don't think there is. Not an obvious way, at least. This appears to all be one unit. There's our headlight, though. Little peanut style bulb. I don't know if this still works or not. The filament looks, well, I actually don't remember how to determine if a filament looks blown or not. I'm sure there's a way to tell. It probably is blown. Probably overdue for a new light bulb anyways. There is a date code or a code on here, 7229, if that means anything. I'm not really sure of a way to get this apart. I wonder, I don't know. There is also some grease on this part right here. So I'll try to clean this up to the best of my ability, and hopefully we'll go from there. Unfortunately, there's a piece right there that is cracked off, and the sticker is actually holding it in place, which is not good. So that is broken right there, which probably isn't ideal because that's right where the fan chamber is, so might bleed some sound and suction out of there. Not exactly ideal, but hopefully it should still be okay. I do have the piece that broke off. Well, I did. Where'd it go? Somewhere it went. I don't know if there's a way to, if it's worth trying to reattach it with some glue or something. I'm not sure if that's worth the hassle. Well, I don't even know if I can find it now. That piece that popped off or broke off. It's somewhere. Somewhere. Oh well. Time to try to clean some of this up. Alright, so we're back with the Bissell, and all the parts and everything are indeed washed. So now what we gotta do is put the thing together. Now, unfortunately, I for some reason decided to hold all the screws inside of a candle, and a certain orange cat decided to knock over said candle, spilling the screws everywhere. So I'm a little bit panicked that one of the screws might have gone missing, but for what it's worth, I have not heard any screws get sucked up into a vacuum, so they should all be here, but I made the mistake of not counting them beforehand. So we're about to figure out what else here. There's also a piece of plastic that broke off, which is not ideal, but yeah, it still kind of holds at least. So hopefully I'll still be able to put this together without any problems. There's, of course, 4 screw holes right here to hold on the fan chamber, and there's a couple more screws to hold on the handle and the base. Unfortunately, I have no idea where the handle is that holds the 2 halves of the machine together. I don't even remember seeing it in the first place, so not sure about that. But we're going to have to figure that out. So the motor housing, I got to put the screws in, so it's just 4 screws right there. Alright, so we've got, there is this little piece that I actually forgot to wash. So I'm probably going to wipe that down real quick. There's also this sticker that says 7229, and then there's also this sticker that you can't normally see. It says the part number, voltage, and saying it's manufactured by Ryobi. So pretty interesting. So now we've got to line this up, which I know it goes on a certain way. Try to clean this. Try to clean this little piece right here, and see if I can remember. See if I can remember how it goes on. Actually, hold on. Got that on wrong. So it's supposed to slide. It's supposed to slide into place, I believe. Yeah, like that. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to slide into place. There's a screw hole right there, and it's supposed to hold. It's supposed to hold. And of course, that wasn't even in frame. Basically, it's you put it on There's that little groove there. So you put it on like that, reclining the machine, putting it on like that, then you twist it so it slides into that groove, which then allows the screw hole to line up and also holds it in place with the base. And then that side just clicks into place. And from that point, this is in, pretty much. Now, I don't know yet if the headlight needs replaced. I'm not sure if there's an easy way to tell. I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to identifying headlights, probably because I never really bothered to mess with it. And I didn't actually look before, I didn't actually turn this on. Wonder if this looks burnt out or not. Probably is. But I can always change that later. If it does need it, I can always change it later. So for now, I'll just put it back in. Which just clicks in pretty easy. I'd imagine it probably needs changed, but not worried about that right now. It's easy enough to change. So I think now, am I missing a piece? I am missing a piece. I just realized I'm missing a piece. So there's a piece that goes right here that uses 3 screws that I need. And I remember grabbing it at some point, but I don't know what I did with it. So I'm gonna have to find it. All right. So that goes right there. And just kind of sits there loose, it seems, until I screw it down. I don't think I'm missing anything. Seems to hold in. So now we'll grab 3 screws, or four screws actually, because we also need the one that goes there. So that should be all the screws actually. But we're out of screws, which means I don't have the screw for the midsection. And also, doesn't the handle use screws? I think it does. So I'm potentially missing screws, which is not ideal. So we've got some screws. One right there. One right there. One right there. And then of course one over here to hold on that part. So now we'll tighten these screws without stripping them or breaking any more plastic. So we'll tighten that most of the way, and the second one will tighten most of the way, and then this third one will tighten most of the way, all of the way in fact. And then we'll come back, get that one, and then finally the one that's barely in frame, because I can never frame my darn camera properly. Now that's now on there. I really should have my workbench set up. I think I just need to set up my actual workbench, because then I would always have it at the right angle. Well, not always, but more often than not. And of course, this is still this motor shaft still has a lot of rubber on it, so I'll try to scrub that off to the best of my ability. But of course, it's not going to be perfect. I really need to use some sandpaper or something to clean that, but I don't have anything like that right now. Motor does spin. Okay. So, is that it for the... Is that it for this section? Actually, might be. When do I put the top cover on? I think this goes on last, so I can probably wait and test the machine and see if I need to change that headlight bulb before doing anything. Now, the brush roll didn't clean up the best, but it does spin like it should at least. So it's not perfect, but it'll get the job done. I'll eventually address these wheels, but I don't need to worry about that right now. Because it's already all attached and everything, so I don't have to worry. I don't want to mess with all this. And it's already rusted anyway, so it's not like it's going to hurt the darn thing. So I'm sure I could have removed this piece if I wanted to, but it's fine. So I'm going to grab a belt, a Bissell style tube belt, and we're going to see, which I think I have one, and we're going to pop that in. Alright, so I know I have Bissell style tube belts, but I can't find them, so I guess we're just going to continue. What was that? I don't like those noises. So I guess we're going to continue on anyways. Even, you know, without putting... oh, that does sound kind of rough, actually. Without putting a belt in here, because I don't think I have a belt that's long enough right now. Nevertheless, show must go on. And besides, you know, I'm just making sure the thing works. I'm not really concerned about it cleaning or anything right now. So we'll go ahead and pop this on, I presume. And I really don't want to break anything. I hate these plastic tabs design. Oh, that seems to work okay. Or seemed to, past tense. And then, yep, that goes upright. And now we've got another bag goes on. So the power head's pretty much done. So now I've got the tool rack and the outer bag, which I forgot exactly how this came apart. I would assume that the bag goes on first, question mark? Why does it still have dirt in it? I literally washed it out. Oh my goodness. That's how bad this thing was. There's still dirt in it even after I washed it. That's not good. Of course, and there's crap caught in the zipper too. So annoying. Zipper works though, at least. So I might have to clean that up again. So I think the bag goes on independently of, yeah. So there's this groove back here. This is actually kind of a nice design, and the bag just slides in. Just slides into place. So you don't have to worry about anything stupid with the bag. And then, okay, I'm supposed to put the handle on first. Which, yeah, so the handle actually clicks in. So, gotta make sure the cord's in place and the handle clicks on. just like that, which means the bag, it's got that little post there that goes in through the handle like that and lines up just like that. And now, of course, this part of the bag we gotta click back into place, which it did immediately. That was nice. Yeah, this bag's not perfect on the inside, but I can clean it out a bit further. And then of course, and then the tool caddy, which for some reason is still dirty even after I washed it. So I'm gonna try to clean that up a little bit, which I can always do later, so it's not a huge deal. It's clean enough that everything else will wipe off. So, and this fits on some kind of way, I know. Which way does it go? Which way does it go? Well, actually I don't remember which way it went. I think it goes this way. But where does it line up is the question. Because it doesn't seem super obvious to me. Okay, I see two holes. What am I doing wrong here? I know something is not right. Because I imagine something that definitely shouldn't be covering that. I know that. Because I don't remember how this went together. Did I put this on the wrong way? I'm wondering now if I did. I might have to reference the previous video. Alright, so I just realized the camera's blurry for no reason. So I can't figure out how to get that tool caddy on, but I want to see if this runs, and it's probably going to be loud, which I'm not looking forward to. Well, the headlight works, surprisingly enough. And it actually doesn't sound too bad. It's loud as all hell, but, you know, that's pretty typical of these. So it does work at least, although I can't figure out how to get the stupid tool caddy on, which is annoying. So I'm not sure what the deal with that is. And also, this will not hold for some reason. Don't know why. I feel like there's screws missing, but I'm not really sure. There has to be screws missing. Unless I somehow vacuumed up screws and didn't notice it, which I suppose is a possibility. I've done dumber things, so... The handle feels nice. If I push and pull it, it seems nice, but of course, very loud. So, yeah, but at least it works, and surprisingly, somehow that headlight works, which I wasn't really expecting. So I might actually try to find a belt and put it on this, because then it would be usable. I'm trying to think what bags I have to put in this. Do Bissell Style 7 bags work? They might. Model 2 bags, and of course Model 2 belt, which I know I have Model 2 belts. Not sure about bags, but I'm sure a Hoover A or a Bissell 7 will work. So, yeah. We'll see how that goes. But, for now, it is working. And, of course, to put the head on, you just slap it on and it snaps into place. So that part's pretty simple. You don't really need me to show you that. But I guess there is the two knobs as well, or the two height adjustment covers, height adjustment knob covers, if I can say that correctly. So I want to find a belt. I know I have one. I just gotta find it, and then this thing will be, at least I'll be able to complete it enough. Hi, Rubes. I'll be able to complete it enough that it will work. Although the top of the bag will not clip into place for some ungodly reason. Again, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, because again, I never had one of these back in the day. So, but yeah. So I assume that's the top, because that looks like the upper cord hook. And that appears to be a carrying handle. But I don't know how it fits on here, frankly. So, and I do have the hose as well, but if that doesn't fit on here, I can always put it on my other Singer that I have, which I'll probably end up doing for now, because I don't know how that goes on. So, but at least without a hose, it's still a functioning vacuum. Bissell PowerPartner 800. So yeah, that's pretty much that for now, at least. I'll try to find a belt, and if not, I guess the video will end. So just in case I don't find a belt, then you'll see it in another video. Have a good one. Peace. Intellitech Studios, all that usual stuff. I'm gonna try to find a belt, and if not, the video will end. So hopefully it continues. If not, then I haven't found the belt yet.